Here we go, off to Lanzarote. Lanzarote is one of the Canary Islands in the Atlantic Ocean, located only 120 kilometers from North Africa. The island is relatively small, just 69 kilometers from end to end. Not massive, but with a number of 300 volcanoes, which is quite impressive. Most of the island is covered by lava. It is because of volcano's eruption from 18th century. It is a very unique island with many places to see. The island owes its unique character to César Manrique, an outstanding artist who wanted everyone to work in harmony with nature. He used to say that Lanzarote is like an unframed and unmounted work of art, and he was absolutely right. It is really worth to rent a car, take a map and just go. The volcanic landscape of the island has something magical. And very typical for the island, white houses with green or blue shutters. But Lanzarote is also a great place for divers. Underwater place number 1 is Museo Atlantico. That's why we grabbed our gear and a camera to see this underwater unique exhibition. The dive site is located at Playa Blanca on the south coast of Lanzarote. The museum was opened in January 2017. What are we going to see? Over 300 human sculptures. Well, something that gives everyone a good thinking about modern civilization. A good thing is that the area is protected from strong currents and you don't have to dive to see those amazing sculptures, as they can be seen from the surface. However, to see more details of the statues is far better to dive than just snorkel. Let's not waste the time. Let's go under the water. Over 300 beautiful symbolic sculptures were designed by British sculptor Jason de Taylor, who was also a creator of underwater installation in Cancun Underwater Museum in Mexico. The first what we can see are the sculptures of a group of children in little brass boats called Los Jolateros. The models used for these sculptures are residents of Lanzarote. They are very symbolic and bring lots of emotions. Immortal. This is the sculpture of a fisherman from the island of La Graciosa, located on the northern coast of Lanzarote. The installation consists of many poles symbolizing the traditional funeral pyre. While the sculpture represents the departure of life, the concrete sticks that make up the firewood have been designed as a habitat for marine life. Famous raft of Lampedusa refers to the current refugee and humanitarian crisis. We see the statues of 13 refugees on a raft, drifting towards an uncertain future. And even they could see the possible rescue, they wouldn't get any help, abandoned to their fate. Museo Atlantico is the first underwater art museum in Europe, with the area of 2,500 square meters, with 14 meters beneath the surface. The sculptures are original size of human, walking on the bottom of the sea, making selfies. all of them facing one side, walking alone or with loved ones. This is the main installation, called Crossing the Rubicon. It features 35 human figures walking towards a wall, a gate to another world, point with no return. It can be read as a symbol of our civilization. People who walk without a goal, just looking at their phones, unable to take any action. The wall itself measures 30 meters long and 4 meters high, and it can be read as a symbol of absurdity, that we cannot divide the oceans, we cannot divide the air. There are some things we need to care about all together. The time is running out, and there is a life, and we need to protect it. A part of the sculptures, there is also underwater botanical garden. All of the statues are made of marine-grade cement with pH-neutral concrete that is non-toxic to local wildlife. Human Jaya consists of 200 life-size sculptures placed in a never-ending circle, symbolizes the cycle of nature and shows humans' weakness towards her. For this installation, Jason the Care Taylor used various models of all ages and from all walks of life. Over time, the sculptures will turn into an artificial reef, attracting many species of fish. The first effects are already visible. Human figures are covered in lichen. Marine biomass is being increased, and the species of the island are being reproduced. One of the purposes of the Underwater Museum is to promote cultural and artistic wealth on the island of Lanzarote. 2% of the profits made by the Atlantico Museum are to be allocated to the protection, dissemination and research project regarding life in the waters surrounding Lanzarote and other Canary Islands. Underwater mirror, covered already by some forms of life. More underwater species like octopus found their home in a small compartments between the cactus forms, which elevates the mirror. Children's playground and businessmen on a suit play on a swing and seesaw. The whole picture refers to the oil well, talks about the lust for money and lack of concern for the ecological problems of our world. One of the best dives, provoking environmental awareness and social change. Reminder that our world's oceans and climate are changing, and we need to take urgent action before it's too late.